MSG just feels kind of right.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely the mecca of combat sports. Think of how many incredible fighters have come through these, have been here in this room.
And also musicians too. As you walk in, you see Elton John and Eddie Vedder and Prince and things like that, just knowing that a lot of those amazing things have happened here.
All right, and coming to the ring, we had a Chris Romulo's Crom Physical Culture. Chris Romulo is the trainer. Crom Physical Culture, another great gym, very established here in the New York area. And his fighter coming into the red corner will be Allan Stofell.
Yeah, what you can expect coming out of Crom is not just great fitness, but a great mindset. Chris is very, very good at making sure he knows the fighter's reason for fighting, how dedicated they are, how much effort and energy they want to put in, and also how they treat each other within the school. Chris has a great book, you know, The Champion's Way, I believe it's called. Chris, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering the title of the book, but if you do look him up, you will see.
Champions Rising.
Yes, Champions Rising. Thank you, Eric. What would I do without you? But it is a great book. It is very, very inspiring, and it talks about all the things he went through to become the great coach and fighter that he is. And yeah, I would check it out. I recommend it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he went through a lot of stuff. Chris Romulo, who's the coach of Allan Stofell here, and he went through a lot, losing his gym during Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So he's very, very focused on the mindset of fighters, and does a lot of motivational speaking and things like that as well, to schools and gyms like that as well. So definitely the mindset is always going to be strong out of his guys.
Champions Rising, there you go. That's the name of the book. I believe it's on Amazon as well.
Yeah.
And what you're looking at is someone else who's actually really inspiring. That is Ricky Mora. Ricky Mora is fighting out of the blue corner, out of Rebel Thaiboxing. I believe Ricky is about 40 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sure he brags to all of his 40-year-old friends about his abs. Because not everybody has them at 40 anymore. So Ricky is quite inspiring. He's been training for about 4 years, and he's been pretty active. I've seen him on some other promotions as well, and he does really well. He's very aggressive, and he fights hard.
And he's coming out of Rebel Thaiboxing under Coach Eddie Coelho.
Yeah, and I've got to say, I'm happy that they call it Rebel Thaiboxing because it's a little ode to one of my favorite films of all time, which is Star Wars. Let's see if Ricky Mora can use the Force this evening.
And now for the introductions. This bout, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds, to be contested under full rules Muay Thai. The weight class is 132 pounds. Introducing first, standing to my right, fighting out of the red corner and representing Crom Physical Culture, this is Allan Stofell. And his opponent, standing to my left, fighting out of the blue corner and representing Rebel Thaiboxing, this is Ricky Mora.
Ricky Mora, his nickname, Manos de Piedra, which means hands of stone.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
There's also a movie.
Yeah, hands of stone. Ode to Roberto Duran, one of the great boxers. Ricky Mora, I saw here that you have written down, Phoenix, that his fight philosophy is, if it does not challenge you, it does not change you. And as you were saying, he is in his 40,
I think he's 40 years old, yeah.
40 years old. Great shape, fighting these young guns coming up, and gets right to work.
The advantage of being older is that you're a little bit smarter and maybe less, you know, willing to run in. And he's aggressive, but he's also being strategically aggressive. Stofell trying to stop that aggression with the clinch position, but that was a nice straight elbow that landed by Mora at the end of that exchange, and a big shot there.
Yeah, both fighters trying to work for position, but Ricky Mora definitely being the aggressor here. And right there, Stofell loses his balance. Ricky Mora ties him up.
Nice jumping knee. He just jumped right into that as soon as he knew that the opportunity was there because Stofell's on his side.
Nice knees there by Ricky Mora, keeping Stofell up in the clinch and pushing him up against the ropes. Now here's the thing here, see Phoenix, that we haven't seen is that he is the shorter guy, but he was actually dominating there in the clinch. So sometimes
it's completely possible, and sometimes you, as a shorter fighter, you want the clinch because you want to stay away from off the end of your taller opponent's punches.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is he's controlling the head, and he controls how he comes into the clinch, so he's not leaving himself vulnerable.
Yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of people think that the taller guy is always going to be the winner in the clinch, and that's not necessary.
You pull their head down, which you just saw Mora do.
If you do good technique, you can dominate in the clinch as well.
Nice. I love how he just went to go downstairs. There was a body kick that landed, but Mora actually stepped into it, took a little steam off of it.
Mora doing a good job here in the clinch, even tying up and just throwing some nice knees. He's getting the bigger knees, the harder knees are coming from Mora here. A little shove there in the clinch. Seemed like he was trying to get that little upwards elbow.
Allan said that his fight philosophy and his fight plan for this fight was to outscore him and hit him more than he hits me. But it looks like Mora took that away from him in that round by tying him up and clinching.
Yeah, he did a good job. Mora was the aggressor and, you know, was the stronger one there in the clinch. Mora getting some pointers here from coach out of Rebel Thaiboxing, and Allan Stofell getting coached here by Chris Romulo. Chris Romulo, a legend in the NYC fight game.
Yeah, he really had some crazy fights. He was always just aggressive and strong and just a really good fighter.
Get ready for round number 2.
Mora actually said that he chose to train with Eddie Cuello because of his dedication to the sport, and that is very true. He's thrown some great fights, he is part of this promotion, and as long as I've known him, it has been Muay Thai all day, every day.
Yeah.
A little bit of Star Wars thrown in there.
Oh!
Ooh, teep right away.
Tape to the face, too. Very nice. So Allan Stofell starts out big right here in the second round.
You see Stoffell's now moving more towards his left. He was circling a little bit more towards his left on this time around.
Always trying to move out of that power, so he's doing his movement correctly.
Yeah.
Trying to move away from your opponent's power side.
And you see that Mora does actually change guards a lot by stepping through.
Yeah, and he did cut off the ring there.
Yeah,
Stoffell goes for inside leg kick, catches Ricky.
It's going to happen, especially when you were going to just say what I was going to say, right? Like switching guards.
Yeah, when you switch, a lot of times when guys are switching and somebody goes for a low kick, it tends to happen. So you see it a lot in Muay Thai, especially always with the inside leg kick.
Yeah. From my notes, Allan is actually coming back into the ring after multiple back surgeries.
Oh, okay, wow.
Wow,
so definitely bounce back.
That's pretty inspiring too, because lots of times they tell you forget it, you're done, and he's here, and he does not look like he has any type of issue at all. It looks like he's in tremendous shape.
Yeah, looks solid so far. Like I said, I think Ricky Mora took the first round. I think Chris must have told him that. It came around, and it came so far in the second has been a lot sharper.
All right, here we go. We're back to the action.
Leads with the jab. Hook combinations there by Stofell. Oh, seemed like a slip to me, yeah.
It was a slip.
Oh, some big hooks there, nice low kick. Oh,
Dan made that face, that like pissed off dad face.
Yeah.
Like I'm disappointed in you face.
Yeah.
And he's like, now I'm gonna have to take a point. I think he's what he's about to say.
Well, I think he's gonna say if he does one more.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's got Stoffel's gonna have to watch where he's throwing those inside leg kicks. And that's something, you have to be, in any fight, I mean, as much as this can happen, you do have to be responsible for your weapon.
Yeah.
So if you throw it, you gotta know where you're throwing it. And it comes, you know, that comes with experience too, knowing.
I really thought you were gonna say something else. You were like, you have to be responsible for your weapon. I was like, That's good. So here we are, you're looking at him, he's circling a little bit more now. You can see him circling out of the power shot away from the left hand.
Yeah. He's doing a good job moving. Ricky, good body shot there.
Yeah, Mora really landed that one. And, and it's not MMA, so you can't land in side control.
Yeah. Muscles him there to the ground, really. Stoffel looking for that overhand left there. The right, no, that right, sorry. Oh, big elbow.
Yes.
Oh, that looked like it knocked him down. I don't know. It didn't seem like a slip to me.
Well, I mean, at this point, there's been several fights, so the ring is really, really slippery, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Both guys exchanging some nice knees here, but I think Mora getting the better. Throwing a nice elbow there, Stoffel. And that is the end of round 2. Oof.
Lots of action between fighters. Again, Mora constantly on the attack.
Yeah,
constantly on the attack.
I think Mora got that round. Stoffel coming back, but I definitely think that Mora had that round. But I'm surprised because I honestly saw the elbow connect, and usually when there's a connection and the person goes down, that's when you call a standing 8 count. But he popped right back up, so sometimes they can call it a flash knockdown.
Yeah.
So in full
he looked fresh when he didn't look damaged though when he did stand up. So maybe that was the deciding factor there. But it's, you know, Mora has some endurance. I will tell you that. His favorite thing at the end of training is to throw those 300 knees and those 300 knee drills. I was like, that's your favorite thing?
Most people hate that part, but no, definitely. Yeah, no, he's fighting really well. Both guys are fighting really nicely here.
Reading Chris's body language, I think he's looking for that up elbow. I just saw him throw that. Just kind of let him know, like, hey, if you're in that tight clinch position, throw that throw that elbow right through the middle. So maybe we'll see that if they clinch up this round. Or it could be a step-in elbow through Mora's guard. I don't know, but I'm expecting one of those to shoot through if he's listening to the advice of his corner and he sees that.
He tried to do it right away.
Oh,
Phoenix.
okay, there we go.
Nice combination there with a leg kick at the end of it. Landed solid. Good cross there by Mora to keep him back. Nice knee.
Yeah, some good combinations by Stoffel.
Oh, nice knee by both of these guys. Both right there to the breadbasket, right in the midsection.
Another nice leg kick there by Stoffel.
Stoffel does it again. Nice knee there by Mora to keep him back. But
leg kick might have hurt. I can see that it doesn't look that Mora as a stable on that leg as he was in the previous rounds. You see him with a lot less movement.
Yeah. Some knees here. He shelled up a little bit on those punches from Stoffel. Both guys exchanging knees.
Yeah, Mora is slightly slowed down, and it looks like Stoffel is now controlling the clinch.
Yeah, they're probably going to break them up. Not too much activity.
Don't know why Stoffel is punching there.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
So they'll break the clinch when the knees are not, you know, like when you're just trying to act like you're staying active.
Yeah,
you know, but
stalling is not allowed in Muay Thai. It's just not that type of sport. Oh, big right lands over the top by Mora.
Oh, that was a slip.
Another slip.
Leg kick there, combination with a leg kick. Misses though, a little bit sloppy there. Trying to throw these big haymakers a little bit. Throws for the head kick.
Yeah, they're both tired. I mean, Mora actually looks like the more tired of the two at this point.
Stoffel trying to muscle him there, throwing some knees, trying to throw that up, trying to throw that elbow.
Oh, spinning elbow.
Tried to go for that elbow. Body kick, landed flush.
Looks like that was Stoffel's round to me.
Yeah, that was Stoffel's round, but if the judges score the first 2 rounds as Phoenix and I have them, I do think that Mora is going to walk away with this decision. We'll see what the judges have to say in just a moment. Once again, guys, thank you for joining us. If you are listening to us on the Facebook or on TriumphCombat.com, remember, we are on TriumphCombat.com, and we are also on Facebook, Facebook.com/TriumphCombat. You can also hit us up via Twitter. You can catch Microphone Fiend.
Fiend as in Phoenix, P-H-O-E-N. Microphone Fiend on Twitter.
And I am Eric Rivera_TSC on Twitter. And also on my Instagram as well if you want to contact me through there.
Yeah, let us know what you're thinking of the fight so far.
Yeah. All right, we're almost ready for our official decision here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. At the end of 3 hard-fought rounds of full rules Muay Thai, the winner of the bout, as a result of judges' unanimous decision, the blue corner, Mora!
All right, Eric, we are really calling it tonight. We pretty much said that that would happen. I do think that Allan had that 3rd round, but Mora was just the aggressor in the 1st and the 2nd round, throwing lots of combinations and then controlling the clinch. He did a fantastic job. You know, he told us that he was going to be aggressive, and he was.
Yeah, no, good fight by Mora. Really, like I said, Stofell came alive in that last round, but it's just a case of, you know, a little too late.
Yeah.
But that good performance there by Mora. He walks away with the win.